Hello, welcome to the Thoughts Party. Just part 2 on varying opinions on what has been sent to me about Lauren and Cameron. Again, I absolutely love Lauren and Cameron, so my thoughts are not biased, but I did analyse Love is Blind, watched it a few times, and to date, Lauren and Cameron are still my favourites. If you disagree, I'm not trying to swerve you in my direction. Not trying to sway you, push you in my direction. If you have varying opinions about them, do let me know. We're all here for the discussion. So I will continue. If you are someone that envies Lauren and Cameron's relationship, I don't think that is the right emotion to have. You may have an explanation to that, but if you are green with envy and you have these opinions that are negative about Lauren and Cameron, then I'd really ask you to look inwardly, be introspective about your own love life and about the voids you have. Because if you don't believe that you can also be blessed like Lauren and that you can also be blessed exceedingly abundantly above all you can ask and think, then I'd like you to think about your own self and about your own little demons that are fighting you, for you to think that you can also be blessed with even greater than Lauren or just like Lauren. Okay, there's been a lot of envious comments and opinions, but I don't like to dwell on calling these opinions and categorizing them into terms like envious comments, negative and awful. I do it, but if I do forgive me, because I want to hear why. There's always a reason for something, but you know where I'm coming from, right? So people are sort of stipulating that, Cameron is too good to be true, that, there's definitely got to be some space for error, Lauren's faking it, all she wants is money, blah, 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 and that she's just using him, she's stringing him along. Like all the, I've heard another bitter comment as in, they're just customizing us to it, and then once they've got all of their money and all of that, they'll just go right off and separate. And I personally, why I like them is because I'm looking at how distracted Cameron is when he's looking at Lauren. He just loses his train of thought completely. He's lost in his tracks. He stops talking and he's just far gone. He can't even enunciate his words any further. Like today in the L online chat, the live, she gave him a peck on the cheek and that's it. He'd lost it. Right? So I think that's where some of the bitterness is coming from. Some people think they can't be blessed that much. But if you look at Lauren's spirit, she's so open. She's so full of life. She's so willing to give of herself. She doesn't think badly of anyone. She knows that she's walking in her own timing with God, and that at the right time, God will bless her. And it will be beautiful in his time. You've got to think like that. That's why Lauren has been blessed. Okay? Because of her thought process. Okay? And I just think it's a little bit pathetic that people would sit there and conjure up all of these, it's not good hopes. It's evil hopes. For you to think that they will crumble and that they'll fall. That is not a good hope. Because if you hope like that for others, it's not good for yourself. So I would really refrain from hoping that things like that go wrong, right? I know some people are saying that they have ulterior motives. And that some people probably feel that they fell in love because they both wanted to, like Lauren kept on rehashing over and over again how her mother has told her that she needs to have babies, and if she wants to have multiple, she needs to do it pretty soon. And that, before going into the pod, she was like, I know my husband is out there, so we need to quit playing these games, and okay, so we need to get it together. So people thought that she was really eager to get a husband, so was Cameron. But what's the matter with that? They were both on par then. They were both on track. They were both desiring the same things, and God being so good, he joined them together. What's bad about that? If they were both in that place where that's what they desired. Everyone has desires, and their desire it's not a crime if they're both at the stages where they want to find someone to share themselves with, to get married to. I know some people feel that the show is a fake show. All right. And that Lauren and Cameron are just on some mission to sort of prove that it isn't. But I feel that we can learn from it. Why not just learn? Because in actual fact, they do live together. We've seen that. So why people think that Cameron is weird is beyond me. They all had to take a psych test. And Lauren outlined that today in the live. And she said that she feared online dating and wasn't so brave with online dating because, excuse me, she was always had the fear at the back of her mind of a serial killer, killing her or something. So she wasn't really about that online dating sort of party. Okay. So people just need to be happy. When you're channeling that happy spirit for them, know that it's going to come back to you by the grace of God. Okay. Just don't be too quick. I know it looks absolutely flawless, but that is the hand of God. And I'm just praying that they'll be able to manage it in a realistic way. Sometimes social media gets in the way, but that's the only prayer that we can back them up with, that they'll keep staying in their authentic selves, that they won't feel pressured. That is how we can back them up in prayers and hope for them for the best, And I'm just praying that, that there'll be no sort of bad influences from other people, because they're both very open. They've both got really good hearts, as you can see with their fans, and they're always willing to share and all of that. So I'm just praying that they'll keep being on par to discern who is good, who is bad, that sort of thing. That's the only thing that I would say that I am a little bit iffy about, that everybody around them is actually in it for the good. That's the only thing. But them as a couple, I absolutely love them. Yeah. So it is absolutely remarkable. It is really, really, really remarkable. And also with the picture, when Lauren, I think she was a side actress or so, there was a guy sitting next to her. Now, he was a brunette like Cameron, but a lot of people speculated that it was Cameron, and I absolutely knew with all my being, as soon as I saw the picture, I said, no, that's definitely Lauren, but that guy is not Cameron. But it is odd that a few years after that, she is with someone that looks even 100% looks better, but in that sort of category of looks, but obviously not as good looking as Cameron. And she was sitting right next to him. And I don't think in a million years she would have thought she'd ever date a guy that would have looked 100% better than a guy she was sitting next to in an acting gig. So that's how God aligns. Sometimes the signs are there, but God does things in a mysterious way. And so she is great. She sat next to a man that looked kind of like her future husband, and she didn't even know. She was sitting so close to him. So I really love to see that. That was great. Yeah. So I think the moral we can learn from all these varying opinions is don't allow people to steal your happiness, right? I'm sure that a lot of people are jealous of something in your life, but just don't go on a rampage and get angry with them. Rather, look at what is inwardly affecting them. That might possibly be the reason why they're lashing out at you or throwing jealous remarks, because there is something within their lives that causes them to have varying opinions about what you're doing, because they know that they want that very thing, but they can't get it. Okay, that's why I always say, let's share our opinions, let's voice out our thoughts, because it's always good to get to the bottom of why people think the way they do, or why people behave the way they behave. And knowing that Cameron took a psych test, why people call him creepy, it's beyond me. You know, like I said in a previous video, they are vetted. So, you know, all of them have actually gone through the processes, right? So to call him a weirdo and a bit of a creep is beyond me, right? Some people, what it is I think their love life sucks. So they're invested in Cameron and Lauren. But like I said, if your love life sucks, that's a minus now. But if you are embracing their love life now and you're learning from the examples, you will have a love life that is fruitful, that is blessed, that is great, because you know that everybody in their own time is blessed and that God works in seasons and times. So if one season is bad, you're learning for the great season to come. It's all cyclical. Okay. So as always, do let me know your thoughts and your comments and your opinion. As always on the Thoughts Party, we welcome them. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe.